warna hiasnya sualirnya. Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This reading is going to be for the full blue moon in Pisces taking place August 30th, 2023 into the 31st, I believe. So you don't have to have, in this case, let's say Pisces anywhere in your chart to be able to watch this reading. This is basically me just doing an energetic update to see what is taking place for all of us around this time. Full moons and new moons fall in different signs every month. So again, you don't have to have Pisces, let's say, to be able to watch this anywhere in your chart. So full moon time is often a time where we release, make changes, let things go, right? Reassess what's working in our life and what's not in order to kind of clear the space and make space for new things to come, new things to arrive at the new moon time, right? Because new moon time is where we place ourselves in a position to welcome in the new and or set the intention to receive the new. And then again, all the full moon clearing and changes that we make or magical workings that we do is just creating the space to receive, right? Because where one door closes, another one opens. And sometimes we got to close the door on something in order to make room for something else to come through. So it's always curious to me to see what it is we might be letting go and or changing up at the full moon time, and also what we might be welcoming in and receiving at new moon time. So that's why I do these readings. So let's go ahead and get started with the fortune reading cards. If you're not familiar with my channel, I use the fortune reading cards to kind of get like a look at what the theme might be or the main energy taking place for everybody at the new moon and or full moon time. It's just to give a focal card, right? So let's see what the main energy is for everybody this blue moon, full blue moon in Pisces taking place August 30th, 2023. What is the main energy, the theme of this particular full moon? Let's see. One card here for the collective. This is a general reading, by the way. Whoa, look at this. That's super positive. So it says goals. Progress is positive and personal goals will be achieved. So right away, the feeling that that gave me is that this full moon is literally creating the space so you can achieve your goals. It's clearing space so you can. So that way the limitations are uprooted and the feeling is washed away. Maybe it's because it's Piscean water energy, right? So I'm getting the image of a stream up, how would you say, lifting up debris, right, to wash it away. Like when there's been a storm or there's been a heavy rain, if you've ever seen a river or a creek, it does look a little muddy, but it's kind of releasing the sediment that has been lodged in the riverbed. And it's uprooting it and washing it downstream. So it's kind of feeling like there's been some sediment or some stuck energy. And with this full moon, that is getting maybe revealed or shown to you. So it can be uprooted, healed, and let go. But as it's being uprooted, healed, let go, washed away, it's creating the space, right? It's getting rid of the limitations and or the blockages that would get in the way of you maybe achieving the goals that you have had in mind for yourself. And you know, Pisces energies is super intuitive and it's very subconscious. So there could have been subconscious blocks or limitations that were in the way, and again, that needed to get washed downstream in order to make positive progress towards your personal goals. And that's what this full moon is doing. So I have the influence of the Angels Tarot. I'm going to grab 3 cards here. Ooh, let's see. Just need 3 cards for this full moon, full blue moon in Pisces. Let's see what the energy is. All right, so there's 1, 2, and 3. And if at any point I feel led to look at the bottom of the deck, I will. Okay, so let's see. Look at that, the star. Wish fulfillment, faith, divine guidance, Aquarius energy as well. I don't know why I just got the vibe of like unconventional, something unconventional coming through. Maybe, I mean, because I don't know, I get the vibe of the star of being like ancestral, celestial, divine guidance, maybe angels, ancestors, guides, whatever you subscribe to. But there's some kind of like higher knowing, or I'm getting download of information that comes through to show you the way, to give you that guiding light and guiding star. This also could do with wish fulfillment. So again, if your goals are tied into a manifestation or a wish fulfillment, this is saying that whatever's being uprooted, right? Because that's the feeling I got from the card initially. Whatever's being uprooted this full moon is just clearing the way for you to be positively guided, or I want to say even confidently guided in the right direction towards a manifestation, a wish fulfillment, some kind of knowledge, maybe download, something unconventional coming through to kind of like open your eyes to the possibility. I also am getting communication from this because of the dolphin energy here as well. So again, a download, some kind of communication, some insight is what I'm picking up, but it's divinely guided and ordained. It's kind of divinely placed into your awareness, shown to you like a compass, guiding you to true north so you can achieve goals, make positive progress, and achieve some kind of wish fulfillment. But just know that there's a protective energy as well surrounding this, and that the answer that you need is coming through because it's going to be communicated in a way that's going to wake you up to something. So I'm getting vibes of awareness as well coming through from the star energy. Some level of awareness that maybe was blocked from you before that you didn't have. But now it's able to come through with clarity. Okay, so let's see what else we have here. Whoa, Queen of Pentacles energy. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. I know we have a lot of planets in Taurus right now. I mean, I'm not huge on astrology, but if any of you in the comment section are, right? I know some basic stuff. I know we have a few planets around Taurus energy, so that's why I said that first. So maybe that's what this is about. This is about tangible physical things, right? Physical goals being achieved. It's like, okay, the feeling that that I just got, and this feels really significant. I don't know why, but for some of you, it could have been a physical block or an energetic block that was keeping you from accessing an outcome that you desired, a wish that you desired, or for some goal that you have for your future, right? But that block is being obliterated so you can take physical, tangible steps. Because it's kind of like, how are you going to take a step forward in the direction of your goals if you don't know what the step is to take, right? So Queen of Pentacles is the physical. She's earthly energy. She gets things done in a physical way, a tangible way that you can see it, you can hold it, you can touch it. She takes care of her home. She takes care of her business. She takes care of her money. And we have coins, right? So I also see this as some kind of financial goal or blessing that could come through. an opportunity even, because you're being guided in the direction of this. And Queen of Pentacles sits pretty. She's very secure in her surroundings. She's well blessed. She also works for what she has, or manages what she has very well. And she's fruitful. So if you are worried or wondering if your goals or your wish fulfillment with the star, let's say, was rooted in tangibility, or if it was even physically possible, this is a good sign that it is. And that with the star, you're being divinely guided in the direction of taking the right next best action to help accomplish it, achieve it, and make what was already, it feels like, established in the energetic realm or the spiritual realm or the celestial realm, to actually make what was established already there, draw it down to the physical with the Queen of Pentacles. Because we have, I feel, spirit energy from the star, celestial energy from the star, and then I feel physical energy from the Queen of Pentacles. So it's kind of like wishing on a star and then drawing that star down to the physical realm, and or making that wish, like drawing that wish down from the spiritual realm to make it physical, tangible in your everyday waking life, physical reality. And there's this level of security that comes from the Queen of Pentacles as well. She's safe, she's guarded, she's protected, her home is good, her money's good, she's cared for. And I also feel that if you need reassurance that you're being looked after spiritually, physically, yeah, you are. That it's kind of like the universe has your back. And you're being guided right and true, right? True north is what I felt from the star. So you're being guided right and true. Like all is well is the feeling here. You're making progress in the right direction. There's going to be progress up ahead. And you're going to get the information, the knowledge, the knowing that you need to guide you. So you can make that progress without any further hindrance getting in the way. Look at that, more communication. I freaking love this. The Page of Cups, creativity, ideas, highly intuitive. Page of Cups sometimes can be a surprise. Sometimes it could be a person that comes through with a message, a heartfelt message, or it could be some kind of loving communication. So it could be a young person as well. Okay, I just got the image of like a little kid coming up to you and saying something random as heck, but it hits you in the moment. And it connects with something in your life. And kids, what do they say? Kids say the darndest things. And it's true, because they have no filter. So I was getting the vibe of like unconventional, something unconventional coming through, maybe in a way that you didn't expect. And again, Page of Cups is communication. So again, we have two energies right here of communication with the dolphin and then the Page of Cups. There's a surprise element also to this communication. And it's because the little fish always pops out the cup. And oddly enough, we're in a full moon in Pisces, and that little Piscean fish, I think, is the one popping out of the cup, let's say, in the normal depiction of this card. So I feel that it's safe to say that this Piscean full moon is maybe going to surprise you with something. There's some kind of element of surprise taking place here. But it's all to help positively move you forward. And also it's about maybe you even connecting with your inner voice as well. Connecting to, or meditating. I don't know why I got the vibe of meditating, but maybe in the quiet and in the stillness, in the comfort of your own home, let's say, Queen of Pentacles. There's some kind of, again, knowing that comes from the subconscious and is brought to the conscious, to give you the power that you need, or the energy that you need, the knowing to pursue a goal, to achieve it tangibly. So it's not about wishful, definitely not wishful thinking. I mean, this is based and rooted in reality. Whatever your goal is, it's totally possible. And I think that's one of the messages coming through. This is a way for you to tangibly access your goals and your wish fulfillment and make it real, make it happen. So it's about it's not necessarily wishing for it anymore. Okay, enough of that. This is the feeling. Enough of that. It's not about wishing for it anymore. Now we got to take physical steps in action in the direction of it. And pages are usually the first step in the direction of something. They are first of the court cards, right? And it's about the first step, trying something new, getting your feet wet, testing the waters. And it's the initial first step in the direction of something. And with the Page of Cups, is something in the direction of your heart. And then we have the star directly across from it, and vice versa. So something on your heart and a wish that you have on your heart. So this is about taking the first tangible step, especially with the Queen of Pentacles and the Page of Cups side by side. It's about taking the first tangible step in the direction of something on your heart, trying it out. And your intuition is kind of hinting at what this is. And it's like you probably already know what it is you want, right? You already know maybe what this manifestation is, but maybe you didn't know how to access it or get it. Well, this is tapping into the subconscious, trusting divine guidance and downloads to come through, or messages, communication, whether it be internally or outside of you, to come through, basically to help you move and take the first step in the direction of this. The feeling is go time. And I know I don't have like an 8 of Wands or a Knight on the table or something like that, but it's like you needed this to come through so you can go get it. You needed the blockage to be removed or lifted out of the way or released in order to then know so you could go get it. And it's like literally in that order. Get rid of what's not working so you can clear yourself, your mind, your heart, your body, spirit, to receive the knowing that you need so you can go after what you want in a tangible, physical way. And part of me feels like this was a long time coming, that you've been waiting for this for a while. But the universe, like I always say, the universe is never late. It always delivers what you need right on time. And if that's the case, you're always exactly where you're meant to be. So there's no point in worrying or stressing over what it is, because again, this too shall pass. And you're headed in the right direction. You're making progress. The main focal card is indicating progress. Now that you know what you need to know, now that you've released a lot of what needed released in order to make space so you can take the first step. And you're solid, you're deeply rooted with the Queen of Pentacles, so you're secure. There's really not much that's going to trip you up. In that way, Spirit, I think with the Page of Cups is saying follow your heart, continue to trust that inner divine guidance that's coming through, communicating to your heart space. There are surprises in store for you, but it's all to help guide you in the direction to take the first step towards your wish fulfillment. I want to look underneath the deck. Underneath the deck is, again, how I look at the underlying influence. Could be something you maybe are aware of or maybe not aware of, but it's just a way to, I guess, see what's hiding underneath the surface, okay? Let's take a look. Whoa, King of Wands energy. That's super powerful. That is Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. So the feeling about this is, and there's a lot of players on the table, right? Court cards, a lot of court cards. This is about, underneath the surface, you're fired up. Like, I was getting the vibe of go time. Again, like, I know there's not a card of movement on the table, but the King of Wands is a go-getter. He goes after what he wants. He doesn't back down. He's fired up. He doesn't let anything get in his way. So it could be that this awareness, this blockage, right? The blockage needed removed. The blank, I don't know, sometimes you get into like a blank, right? You're drawing a blank for everything. It's like, I just wish I knew the answer. So the feeling is here, there's a blockage that's being removed so you can receive the answer. It's like, once you know the answer, really there's nothing going to get in your way. You're fired up, you're empowered to take action, to go get your goals. And King of Wands is also highly divinely inspired. It's just divinely inspired action that he takes to go after a goal, determined to achieve. There's an ambition and a motivation that is definitely behind the King of Wands energy. So yeah, that's positive, because it's like, once you know, and then there's nothing stopping you. Okay, the other message I just got is that you're trusting yourself. Like a child, in a way, because children are like completely, I always say that they're completely unjaded by life, right? They have a fresh perspective, and to them anything is possible, and it's true, it is. So it's like, it's approaching this journey towards your goals with a fresh perspective, childlike, where anything is possible. You know how they say, or they ask kids, hey, what do you want to be when you grow up? You know, and to them, you know, they think of the most outlandish things, but you know what? It's possible. You know, it's our jaded adult experiences that kind of like make us, you know, kind of think that what they're desiring or what they imagine for their life isn't possible, which is completely incorrect, right? Again, subconscious energy of the Page of Cups, very imaginative. So anything that you can imagine is totally possible with the Page of Cups energy. It can be made tangible with the Queen of Pentacles energy. Spirit is guiding you there and showing you the way with divine guidance. So those things that you've imagined in your mind's eye, you've wished for on your heart, you're going to be given the knowledge and gnosis, the know-how to pursue it with vigor. And I pity anybody that gets in your way, to be honest, with that King of Wands energy underneath the surface, because you're about to get fired up in a good way. There's ambition, creativity, divine inspiration, divine action. He's in charge of his life, you know, and there's an empowered energy of being in charge, feeling like you could accomplish anything. There's a little bit of aggression in there as well, but I feel with the cards on the other cards on the table, it's all for the right reasons. And that's also guidance, not to let anything get in the way of what your heart knows to be the truth or what you envision for your life. To hell with the naysayers or those who try to instill doubt, because oftentimes that's just projection from their own lack of self-confidence. This is basically saying to trust yourself, to achieve your goals, that you can do what your heart, you know, sets out to do. Just trust yourself and don't let anything get in the way of what you know or what you intuit to be accurate, right? And the truth. I always say that if you can envision it in your mind's eye, then it's possible, because you've already created it in the spiritual energetic realms. If you can imagine it, if you can create it in your mind's eye, then you're already halfway there. So I think this reading, if anything, is just motivating you to be true to yourself, to be loyal to yourself, to be loyal to your goals, to be loyal to the visions that you have for your life, and to fight for what you desire, what you want, what you believe, and not let anything or anyone get in the way of that. So I have a few cards here. I just want a few cards for just added nuance or information. Let's see. Okay, so that one fell out. I hope you saw that. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Talk about confirmation, right? I said there was going to be some kind of message, download, something communicated to you in maybe an unconventional or surprising way that comes through to give you what you need to clear the air, clear the space, maybe clear the air with somebody. But whatever it is that comes through, this is what is needed. And then we also have like the moon, the crescent moon there as well. But this communication, this inner knowing, or this communication, whether it's inner knowing or something communicated outside of you, right? Because sometimes the universe uses people, things to communicate to us. So whatever this is needed to get the ball rolling, so you could take the first step and make tangible what it is you want or what your goals are for your life at this time. So I just heard this full moon is basically a pivotal moment or one of the major pieces of the puzzle for you that you've been patiently waiting for as well. But let's see. Oh, yeah. Wow. Okay. Talk about confirmation, right? Of, like I said, the blockages being released, removed, uprooted, washed away. So you're a clear vessel and channel to receive the message that you need in order to take divine, inspired, physical, tangible first steps and action in the direction of a goal or a wish fulfillment. Because let's be honest here, we operate in a tangible, physical matrix reality world, and at some point, right, we can create and do energetically as much as we can, but at some point we're gonna have to take some physical step toward what it is we're trying to create or manifest. And this feels like that pivotal moment when that happens. Okay. Okay. So remember when I said that obfuscate, that's what the card says. Remember when I said that there was something feeling like hidden that you didn't know? Like, how can you take the first step if you don't know what it is? Remember when I said that? That's what, again, these things are being released so the answers can be revealed, so the communication and the messages can come through, so that way things aren't hidden from you anymore. So I was feeling the vibe of like opening your eyes to something, making you aware, because there was a hidden aspect to something that you didn't have the answer to. And it's like, how can I take the first step in the direction of my goals if I don't know what it is I need to do to access what it is that I want? And sometimes we do find ourselves in that space where we just don't have the answer. So again, the feeling was that something's been hidden from you for a while, but again, you know, the timing is always right when it needs to. The messages come through when they need to. So the universe is never late in that way. I kind of do want to grab another one. And then I'll grab a final oracle card. Let's see if we get one more card. So again, what was hidden gets revealed, gets shown to you, you're made aware of it, so you could take the first step and get rid of what wasn't working to make the space so you can make progress with action in the direction of your goals. So let's see. Yeah. Oh, look, toxic energy. That could be what needs released. You know, that's the blockages. Those are the hindrances. Those are maybe the self-limiting beliefs. Maybe, like I said, remember when I was talking about how like there could be naysayers and doubters in your surroundings, and sometimes you got to step away from people, places, and things that would discourage you from accessing your wish fulfillment or try to project negative energy. I was feeling that in the reading, and I mentioned that earlier, and I feel like what you're releasing has to do with that. It could be negative patterns within yourself also that were creating blockages in your, you know, in your energy field. And, you know, sometimes those are like deep core wounds that are very subconscious, but it's like uprooting those things. Like I said, the dirt at the bottom of the riverbed being dislodged so it can flow downstream so it can get healed, right? So it could be negative things outside of you, but it could also be things, the shadow, right, within yourself that can kind of block you from accessing your inner guidance as well, or from hearing messages from the universe so you can be led in the right direction, if that makes sense. This could also be people, places, and things that just create a negative energy and space around you. And that can happen. People can project negativity upon your wishes, the goals and desires that you have for your life. And, you know, that's why you got to be very mindful and careful of sharing with the star, right? Also communicating to others like what your wish fulfillment is. Because people will scoff at your wishes sometimes, you know, just like when, like I said, a child, you know, has wishes and goals and dreams for their life, and an adult will come in from a jaded perspective and think, sure, Jan, you know, sure, Billy, whatever you say, but deep down they're not believing what the kid is imagining for their life, you know. And it's so painful, you know, when that happens. Like, we should encourage our children to believe anything is possible for their life. And likewise, if you share your wishes, your dreams, your goals, your aspirations with somebody, and you're vulnerable enough to do that, and share your wishes and goals for your life in a childlike way, you know, there's a form of intimacy in sharing the inner goals that you have with somebody. And if they project negatively at it, you know, it's very disheartening, discouraging, and painful. And it could be that you need to release people like that from your life so you're freed up to pursue your wishes and your goals authentically without the negative energy being thrown at you. Because it's like you have to work that much harder to try to combat that negative energy that, you know, with the good energy that you're trying to put towards your aspirations. So again, the toxic energy can mean a lot of different things. It could be a place you don't want to be anymore. It could be a person that projects negatively on you. It could be your own self-sabotaging negative patterns and behaviors, maybe your old core wounds that are there in the way. But whatever it is, it does feel like this Pisces full moon is dislodging things, releasing it so it can be washed downstream, so they're not a factor anymore in the pursuit of your goals, so they don't get in the way of them anymore. Because the feeling is here, like with that page of cups is lovingly nurturing the vision, okay, that it holds in the cup. And it's like you don't want anybody to, or anything. And water, oh my gosh, water is programmable, right? We can put positive energy into that cup of water before we drink it. And our bodies are made of water. So, you know what, it's almost like when somebody is, or even your negative thinking, okay, our own self negative talk, or other people talking negatively or doubting us. It's like our vessel is being programmed with negative energy that way. And this is about getting rid of that, healing it. Also, let's not forget that I know the card says toxic, right? And there's mushrooms there. Let's not forget that mushrooms are medicinal. They can be toxic, but they can also be medicinal. Also, another thing, we have what looks like the pokeberry. I don't know if you're familiar with that berry. Pokeberry is labeled as toxic, and matter of fact, I'll show you some right now. These are pokeberries, okay? They're considered toxic, but in all honesty, they're medicinal. They're very, very strong medicine. They help with the lymph, you know, again, consult your doctor. But anything can be toxic when it's overindulged, okay? But in moderation, it could be healthy for you. So that is also the message here. Moderate, right? Your intake, your consumption of other people's energy, or moderate your thoughts as well if they're negative. Because too much of even a good thing can be bad, right? So the message from that toxic card is that there's healing as well. Yes, there's toxic energy, but there can also, the other side of the coin is healing. There's healing energy that's coming through, but it's as a release, it's because of the release that's taking place. So it's like getting rid of the toxic so you can make space for the healthy, or learning to remove yourself from toxic situations, people, patterns, places, and things, so you can create a healthier environment, and not to overindulge, because too much can also be hurtful, right? So let's see. I grabbed another card. Look at that. I love it. Transformation. Absolutely. There's a big transformation taking place here. You know how I talk about the butterfly? You know, butterflies are formed, and you know what? King of Wands forged in fire, but the butterfly is formed in the cocoon. And there's a struggle in that, right? There's a breakdown to have a breakthrough, in other words. So there's a struggle in that transformation, because finally when the butterfly is ready to come out of the cocoon to be its most beautiful self, it has to push its way out. But that struggle, there's strength gained in that struggle. So if you've been undergoing a metamorphosis, a transformation of sorts, just know that whatever you've been going through, it has been to prepare you for taking the first step in the direction of your goals. None of that transformation process, although it might have been painful, none of that was in vain. You needed that. You needed to be kind of like made resilient in preparation for what's about to take place. You've been creating something in your mind's eye or in your heart for some time, but you needed to be prepared for that. Be prepared to be in alignment with it, right? It feels like that transformation process was preparing you to be fully in alignment with it. Some things have to go, though. That shadow energy had to be worked through in order for the transformation to occur, in order for you to then spread your wings and fly and be the most authentic version of you, which is somewhere in the future already achieving, living the dream fulfilled, the goal achieved. That's why, you know, they say whenever you see a butterfly in the wild, let's say, or in nature, pushing its way out of the cocoon, never to help it, because it's the strength in the struggle, right? It's like the blood flows through its wings to strengthen its wings as it's pushing its way out. So if you ease the process of that birth, basically, or that rebirth of theirs, you would actually weaken its wings and it wouldn't be able to fly. So again, it's the resilience that you've been, the pressure even maybe that you've been under. It has been a transformative process, but it's also to prepare you to receive the goal that you have created and the goal that you have created and or manifested for yourself. I always say it's like the universe preparing the container to receive. You know, you've been prepared to receive. All right, so final oracle card. Let's see, and then I'll grab angel numbers. Final oracle card. Whoa, okay, look at this. In total alignment with what I was saying. And look, remember when I was saying I don't see any horses on the table or any 8 of wands on the table or any knights on the table, right? But look, we have the beautiful unicorn, which is also a symbol of higher awareness. But it's a horse as well, right? And it moves. And then we have the energy of healing, like I said, where something can be toxic. As far as the mushrooms, they could be toxic, but they could also be healing. So this is confirming that a healing is taking place so you can be transformed, so that way you're prepared to take the first step in the direction of a goal. And this journey has been completely guided there the whole time. It says, bless all in need of healing, hope and love. That would be right here, the star of hope. Spirit grants us strength and wisdom. Look at that. The strength in the struggle that I mentioned over here with the butterfly. Guide us to the path of wellness. Okay, so toxic elements, okay, patterns, things that needed to go, all of that's getting released with this full moon. Don't be surprised if you get a message or some kind of divine download or incoming information, or if there's a conversation that needs to be had to clear the air or release toxic energy. But trust me, whatever is taking place, it's happening to transform you, to prepare you so you can move, so you can shake, so you can go, so you can do, so you can achieve and get that fire underneath you, so that way nothing gets in your way anymore. You know, what's hidden also gets revealed. What gets uprooted also gets healed. Okay. But and just know you're solid. You're solid through this process, because it has been definitely a transformative one. There are some surprise elements involved in this as well. So be prepared for that. Okay. Let's see what angel numbers come up for you to maybe confirm this reading, or provide you additional information. If you're not familiar with my channel, I do roll the dice for angel numbers. The angel numbers that show up may confirm some things I've already said in this reading. That happens sometimes for further synchronicity. And or they provide you maybe with a message that you need personally. I don't give you a source to look up because it could be one you don't like. And I want you to take the journey for yourself to find, you know, the magic for yourself in this case. Find a source that you trust, go with that. And I never also, did I say I never want to imply one source is better over another? There are so many on the internet as well. So that's why I don't give you the number interpretation. Also, again, like I said, I want you to find your own magic, because if I gave you a resource to look up, I might rob you of finding further nuggets or information or synchronicity that spirit needs you to find the way. So I just want everybody to take the journey for themselves and see what else or other rabbit holes, right, the universe takes you down. So let's see what numbers come up for this reading. and I roll 1 dice at a time. So that's a 9. 9 is a number of completion. 1, okay. New beginnings. Oh, whoa. So it was a 9, 1, 2, okay. It was a 9 and a 2, 1, 2. So I'm going to give you both numbers. We have 2 now, 1, 2, but the first number was indeed 9, if I could find it. Okay. So because the dice clashed, we got 2 numbers. So we have 9, 1, 2 and 2, 1, 2. Go ahead and look up those numbers, see what they bring to you. If you feel that this reading has helped and connected for you, by all means, like, share, subscribe to support this channel. Maybe consider also visiting my Etsy shop. I have a lot of cool things there, handmade crystal jewelry, as well as vintage jewelry finds and jewelry that I have found and refurbished myself, because I like fixing things and making them new again. So you can support my channel that way. Crystal jewelry and whatnot is there. Have fun exploring. If you wish to support this channel further. So much love to you wherever you are. Be well, be blessed, be safe, take care, and always keep shining. Hey everyone, I just wanted to give you a little update on me and what's going on in my journey at this time. So I know that I've been missing in action and I've been away from the channel. My channel's been asleep. I get that. But there's been a lot of things going on in my life, and I found myself stretched way too thin. And it was affecting my health and my mental health. So something had to give, and I kind of just had to pull back, take a step away from things to regroup and take care of myself. So that's what I'm doing. I'm still doing that. I don't think I'm 100% at this time. However, I am going to slowly try to get back into things again. I'm not going to be uploading. I don't think at this point I'm in a position to be uploading frequently, but I will do the best that I can at the pace that is comfortable for me, so I don't have any of what I've experienced happen to me again. So I just have to be super careful as far as how much I'm working, right? Burnout. I have a tendency to be a little bit of a workaholic, and I don't know when to slow down sometimes. So this was a big lesson for me. I had to slow down. I had to take a break. I had to just shut off and shut down if I was going to preserve my well-being. So I will say you can expect some content from me. It will be a little slow, but it'll be coming, okay? Same with channel member videos. I will be uploading member videos slowly but surely, okay, as I can. All right, again, I'm trying to have compassion for myself, treat myself kinder. Self-care isn't selfish, right? So I'm trying to do this because I have to. So I'm being very open and honest and vulnerable with you right now. The last couple months have not been easy for me, but I'm trying my best to try to get back to normal, if that makes sense. My Etsy shop, I will be opening that up again. I know that that has been on vacation for a while too. Literally at the same time my channel went silent, so did my Etsy shop. Again, I had to just step back from everything. So I will be opening up my Etsy shop again. I know I have messages that are probably piling up in there. I will do my best to reply to those customer messages as quickly as I can. Again, slowly but surely, I'm working my way up to being or feeling normal again. I won't be doing personal tarot readings anymore, though. That is completely over. I won't be doing that anymore. Again, it's just so that way I don't stretch myself too thin, and that I give myself time, right? Because with working and the channel and then, you know, the Etsy shop and the personal readings, it was a lot. So for me, to just make sure I have enough time in the day, right? I have to make adjustments. And unfortunately, the personal reading aspect of it is something I have to do away with for now. However, you will still get content from me on my YouTube channel. Again, slowly but surely, I'm trying to work my way and ease my way into it. But I also need to listen to my body, right? I'm not getting any younger. So I need to listen to my body. And if I can't, I can't. Okay? And just know that I'm doing the best that I can. Again, I'm only one person. But you will get content from me, but it'll just be slow on the go. All right? So I hope you can understand. The hiatus has been a long one. Yes, I know. But it was for the good of my well-being. Okay, I had to. So it is a full moon, and I'm working on letting things go, right? Kind of like that feeling of just detaching, right? Letting go of what's not working. And it's like the serenity prayer, right? You gotta just know when to release control and surrender, right, to the things that you can't change. So that's kind of where I am right now. I'm just trying to go with the flow and allow myself to be led organically and listen to myself more. I know I have a great intuition, but there are times that I don't listen to myself, and I put the needs and priorities of things around me first before myself, and then my body is not happy. You see, like I feel like I get a good kick in the ass basically when I'm not listening to my body. So I'm a go kind of person, and this was the universe's way, I think, of slowing me down and helping me to kind of center myself, get back to my core, and listen and trust myself, right, according to how I feel. If something doesn't feel right, it's like I should probably, my soul is trying to tell me, you probably should slow down, right? And it's like my body feels that I'm overworked, but I'm not listening. You see, I hope that makes sense. It's hard to explain. But sometimes you ignore your symptoms, you ignore your body, you ignore what it's trying to tell you. And that's where I'm learning to listen more. Because if you are like me, I was getting stretched too thin, and I was ignoring it. And I was putting everything ahead of myself, and I had to say no. And that sometimes is hard, right? To set healthy boundaries for yourself and say no, you can't. But that was my lesson to learn, and now it's about learning to kind of put myself first for a change, and listen to what my body needs, and trust what is being nudged upon me that way, especially when it comes to my physical health and well-being. Yeah, you can't ignore what your body's trying to communicate to you. It's weird because I'm really good at listening to my intuition, right? That's the spiritual knowing. I'm very good at listening to that, but I'm not good at listening to my body, right? What my body's trying to tell me. And that's what I needed to do during this time off. So, yeah. I will leave it here, but I just want to let you know, again, I will be uploading content slowly but surely, okay? As I'm able, as I feel well enough to. Also, my Etsy shop, I will be opening that back up, slowly replying to messages. I will not be doing personal readings. Again, I have to make, adjustments where I can to accommodate my well-being. And I've had to cut a lot of things out of my life. People, situations, you know what I mean? A lot. in order to take care of me. And that's never easy to do, but sometimes you got to do what's best for you, right? Because it is your life. It is your life. Like, you know, the word universe, the word you is in universe, right? You are the center of your universe in a way. And if you're ignoring you, how can your universe, right, function? So within, so without, right? Anyhow, that's where I am. Sorry if this was long and winded, but again, just trying to pace myself. Again, not exert myself too much. So yeah, you might find that I'm talking a little slower in my readings. Again, just trying to pace myself in my life at this time. So much love to all of you. Thank you if you managed to watch this entire little snippet of update. Thank you, sending you much love, and I hope you enjoyed your reading.